Hello you guys and welcome back. Today's video is a favorites video, actually a quarterly favorites, which I know it's a little bit late on this schedule, but I actually started a new full-time job. I started the job about a month ago. It is a very busy, very intense time for like the company, I guess, at the moment. So I am sorry that my uploads have been kind of inconsistent, but I'm still trying, so stick with me you guys. Let's just get right in. Woo! So the first product is actually something that I have recently mentioned, and it is the BRTC, the first Ampoule essence. So I have been trying out quite a few of their products recently, and this is a standout and I freaking love it. And I already briefly talked about it in that cruelty-free K-beauty skincare video. If you do want to check that out, I'll leave it in the card, but I thought I would go a little bit more in depth with it today because I have almost used half the bottle and I still freaking love it. So I do use this one AM and PM. It is a first essence, so it is the first product I use on my face after cleansing. It does absorb really quickly. It is a water-like consistency, as you can kind of tell. It leaves skin with like a nice subtle glow. Like you can tell I'm nice and hydrated and nourished even with just one light layer of this essence. The main ingredient that makes up 95.3% of their product is their Fermentox formula. So Fermentox is something that BRTC came out with. It mainly is made up of fermented brown rice, which helps the skin texture, also helps with nutrition to your skin. Also green tea, which protects and soothes the skin, but it also is like a preventative for anti-aging. Also dandelion extract, which helps brighten and revitalize the skin. It also includes another formula that they came out with called Blue Phyto Complex. It has 6 different herbal and floral extracts which help to really like nourish and moisturize the skin as well. For me, the thing that it has done the most is definitely improve my skin texture and then also the elasticity and like firmness on my skin. I never really had sagging skin, I guess, but I really have felt that my skin is a lot bouncier, it's just a lot firmer, and it also holds moisture a lot better these days. I feel like my pores are less noticeable, my makeup just sits better throughout the day and lasts longer, and I don't know, it's it's really good. I do believe it's probably similar to like the SK2 first essence, which I personally have not used, but this is definitely a lot cheaper than the SK2 one, and it is the first time that I've actually used an essence that I was like, wow, essences do actually work and make a really big difference. The second product is Suhada Shizuku Placenta Extract Lotion. So Suhada Shizuku is actually under Asahi, like literally Asahi, like the beer Asahi, and it's like a sub brand called Suhada Shizuku. So I actually had never seen this until my trip to Japan recently. I was just looking for a toner one day because I was out with my friend and I was like, I still haven't bought a toner and I just really need a toner. So I was just kind of rummaging through the drugstore and I was like, hey, this one's really cheap and big, I'm gonna get it. So it wasn't really like I had researched it a whole lot in that, but I freaking love it. It is like my favorite lotion at the moment. So on the front it actually does say in English, gentle lotion for sensitive skin free of 6 additives. So what they talk about is that they are free of added fragrance, colorants, mineral oil, alcohol, silicone, and paraben free. It also does have hyaluronic acid for hydrating, ceramides which protect your skin barrier, and then also barley, or they call it hatomugi a lot in Japan, but barley does also help blemish prone skin. It helps cell turnover and it helps to prevent breakouts as well as the placenta extract. So I know for some people that might be like the no, it is an animal derived ingredient, unfortunately. Please keep that in mind. It does have placenta extract in it. It says to use 2 or 3 pumps of this, which 1 pump is like a good handful of product. I probably use 2 on a day that I want an extra bit of moisture, or just 1 is still like super moisturizing. You can just tell when you apply it. It leaves your skin so moisturized and hydrated without being sticky, and it literally leaves your skin with like a glow. Like you can even look at your hand after you apply it and you can see the moisture, like the shiny glowiness on your hands. When I started using this, it was during my trip in Japan. It was May. It was starting to get quite hot, so I did not want to wear a lot of skincare products, but my skin also didn't need it, to the point where I just did like 2 pumps of this and that was it. I like literally didn't need serum, I didn't need moisturizer. This was enough moisture for me during the summer without any other product, and I felt my skin was like well moisturized, well hydrated, and it was really plump and nice during my stay in Japan. I have been loving this. Like when I finish it, I will most definitely repurchase, and it was just a product that I guess isn't that mainstream and not that many people know it, because I had not seen it until this trip. Next is not actually, whoa, we went like super dark. Next is actually not a Asian skincare brand, but a Western one, and it is Fourth Ray Beauty, and specifically their skin oils. Before I get into it, Fourth Ray Beauty is cruelty-free and vegan, for those of you who are wondering. The oils that I have open at the moment is the Skin Hero oil, watermelon seed oil, and marula oil. So they do have quite a variety with oils. Some of them are straight oils like the watermelon seed and the marula, and then others are blends of oils like the Skin Hero. So I do change it up depending on the day, like if my skin is feeling more oily or dry or irritated and things like that. My favorite probably at the moment is the Skin Hero. I have used it the most, although it's still like literally nothing. Skin Hero is a blend of argan, baobab, and strawberry seed oil, and it helps replenish and protect your skin. So this one's about healing it, protecting it. So I do usually use it on every other day, or days that I'm feeling like my skin is definitely a little bit irritated and needs kind of like a recovery. The next one is the watermelon seed oil, which has vitamin A and E. It's a good antioxidant, but it also helps like control sebum. So if you're feeling like a little bit on the oilier side, or if you do have like combination oily, it is a skin oil that you can still use even if you have oilier skin, and it's just a bit more lightweight compared to a lot of the other oils. And then the last one I currently have open is the marula oil. Marula oil has vitamin C and E, and is also an antioxidant one as well, although it is more nourishing. So that's for the days where I feel like I've got a little bit of free radical damage on my skin, but I am still feeling like a little bit dry, is when I use the marula oil. So there are a lot of oils and there is a lot to choose from, which can get a little bit confusing. The good thing about them is they do actually have little symbols on the front of the bottle that shows you what the main purpose is for that oil. They have a little droplet, which means nourishing. I think the little lines mean like soothing and stuff, so you can actually, if you do remember the symbols, be like, oh, I'll use this one because it helps this and that. Since they do have a really wide variety, I would recommend just jumping on and finding an oil that suits your skin, and they are all between $8 to $10, which is so cheap. Like, yes, it might be a small bottle, but as I said, you do not go through it quickly at all. Some people say they don't like the dropper because it's really hard to get out the oil, but it's just patience that is needed. You don't have to squeeze it or anything. Obviously it is a glass bottle. When you hold it down, the air will eventually go through the little dropper and it would automatically drop the perfect amount of oil. I started off using just like one drop and it still made a huge difference, and once my skin was a little bit more used to the oil, I recently have been doing like 2 or 3 drops per application. You can even mix it up, like you don't have to use just one. You can mix like a watermelon seed and a marula. Just do whatever you want, come up with your own concoction. I do prefer to mix it in with my moisturizer. I don't usually wear it alone. I will apply a couple drops into my moisturizer, and the great thing about them is they all mix in so well with any moisturizer that I have tried. I've had oils in the past that just kind of curdle or don't really blend with the cream very well, but all of these ones, they blend in with any moisturizer or cream that I have used. All right, much. All right, last skincare product is the Vegan Glow Good Night Cream. So I introduced this in a video like quite a while back now. I feel like it's been like at least a few months. It is a Korean vegan brand that does not test on animals either. They also use very safe ingredients. All of their ingredients are EWG Green certified. It doesn't have any parabens, sulfates, PG, and dimethicone either. And also their packaging, their cardboard box that it comes in is recycled paper with soy ink, and then also their bottle is made from recycled plastic as well. So they are a really environmentally conscious brand, which is amazing. So the only product I have used from them is the Good Night Cream, and I absolutely love it. The main ingredients are vitamin E and adenosine. It helps soothe, protect, and then also it has anti-aging benefits for your skin as well. It's hard to explain, but it's like quite a thick texture, but really lightweight. So when it comes out, it is thick, it doesn't run or anything, but when you apply it, it absorbs really well, easily, and feels lightweight on the skin without feeling greasy. It may seem quite small because it is only 50 ml, so you kind of tend to go through it quite quickly because I'm generous and use like 2 or 3 pumps per application, but it is only okay for 6 months after opening, which might might seem like a short amount of time, but with all the ingredients that they use, it is harder to keep the product fresh. So I am glad that they're like 6 months and you're done. But also the bottle is one of those airless pumps that you literally can't get like gunk in there. So super hygienic, which I love as well. Next, we're going to move on to makeup. The first one is the Etude House Look at My Eyes shadow in OR203. As you can see, it is like a peachy orange, really shimmery shade that has like a blend of gold and silver shimmer. I use this so much lately, like I've used it today. It is usually my main color on my lid and I freaking love it. It has amazing pigment and is really blendable, being like a shimmer shade. It does have a little bit of fallout, but it's not the worst. Like I feel like some glitter shadows, when they fall out, it is literally just like the glitter pieces and they fall like all the way down. Whereas this one, like when you blend it with another shade, obviously the glitter is going to kind of move everywhere, but it still stays like kind of close within and adds a little bit of effect, like even if it drops down a little bit. I don't know. There is a little bit of fallout, but it is not bad and I actually don't mind it. I do use it with an eye primer though, just because it is a shimmer shade, and I usually just like press it onto my lid with my finger and it gives great pigment. I feel like I always get compliments when I wear this shadow, or when I wear a look with this shadow, like this orangey look. Honestly, all my makeup items are like peach orange colored because that has been my go-to lately. The next product is the 3 Concept Eyes Velvet Lip Tint in Daffodil. I am wearing this one today as well. At first, it looks like a really bricky red color, but once you blend it out, it's like quite a nice peach. I freaking love it. I love the color that it blends out into, and it is a really nice texture. Like as the name suggests, like velvet, it is velvety and creamy and it blends so freaking well. Until this, I didn't know how to blend these kind of lip products, but now I understand. Like the texture makes it so easy to blend, so you can do kind of the faded out blurred look, and that's pretty much how I wear it. When I first tried it, I just wore it like solidly, but I think it looks better like blended out like this. It does also last like a decently long amount of time, especially when you wear it like this, because it is like a tint and it doesn't come off easily. So this has been my #1 favorite lip product lately. Last makeup product is the Covergirl Peach Punch Blush. So again, I am wearing it today. As the name suggests, it's just like a really nice peachy shade. It is really well pigmented, but still subtle somehow. Like you can pick up the product really easily. It's got a velvety, creamy, kind of fluffy texture to it, and it blends out really well too. So I'll place it kind of like mainly where I want to put it, and then I can keep blending it and it'll just gradually blend out and give like a seamless flush of color. It also does definitely have a bit of a shimmer to it, but it is really subtle, and it's more like a sheen rather than a shimmer. So it almost acts like a natural highlight. It gives you a really natural glow, and it also smells like peaches, which for me is a plus because I love the smell of peaches. Although if you are sensitive to fragrance, maybe it may be a little strong for you. And the last product or products is colored contacts. So I'm sure you guys have noticed that I have totally jumped on the trend and have been wearing contacts pretty much every time in my video now. A lot of you guys have already asked about it, and I have started actually listing what contacts I wear in the description, so please check it out. The ones that I have been wearing the most in my video are from TtdEye or TtdEye. I still don't know how to... Probably not TtdEye because that sounds kind of weird. This is the one that I have been wearing mostly in my videos. I have done like a full try on haul video on it if you guys do want to check it out, where I tried on the 3 color contacts that I ordered in my first order. I did get a second order. Today I am wearing the Euramerican brown green. I definitely think the ones I ordered this time are a lot more subtle and natural, but I actually like the fact that they look really natural. I mean, obviously it depends on the design, but I do want my contacts to almost look like, wait, are they your natural eye color and they're just really pretty, but they're not, is what I actually like to get out of my contacts. They have a huge variety, like literally so many different types that it's really hard to choose which. I do tend to go for the natural series. I like the Polar Lights, just the normal Queen something or other, the Real something or other. Other ones that I tend to go for, the ones that look a bit more natural, but they do have a ton like that would be useful for cosplay, or if you want like a bit more of an intense look. They have pretty much every variety you can think of. Most of them are 12 months wear, so they are a little bit of a thicker lens, so they could feel uncomfortable for some people, but honestly for the price, like 12-month wear. You're gonna get a lot of wears out of it, and they do deals like all the freaking time. They ship worldwide pretty much to every country, so that's another benefit of theirs. And I also really do like the fact that they cover dark eyes well. My eyes are like a dark brown, so I do need contacts that are gonna cover a dark color, and they do it perfectly fine. I actually think it looks a lot nicer in daylight. The Euramerican is that what it's called? I also did try the Real Queen Gold, oh, chocolate caramel, Real Caramel is the other one that I got recently. Those ones look really natural as well, but they almost just like enhance my natural color, which is something I do really like about them. Again, I will leave them in the description obviously. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.